without plan, you should, let's say you have 50,000 rupees with you and you started working on some model and you want to do business. That's not possible, because on the first day no one is going to trust you.
Rajendra, tell us something about your story. What is your past career story, and how you choose agriculture sector above anything else when you started off doing your own startup?
So how I started and how I choose agriculture. So about my background, I belong to a small village in Rajasthan, in Nagaur district in Rajasthan. My parents, everyone do farming only. Still, like our main source of income till today, we startup don't give you money. So still the income source is agriculture only.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in there, like studied my all the school become only because of the agriculture. But I saw the I was a bright student from the childhood. So I saw all the challenges, like what kind of challenges farmers are facing, how they are earning, how much they are earning. When we were like, बहुत बार ऐसा होता था कि हम बैठे कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करते थे, तो कॉस्ट हमसे ऊपर चली जाती थी बहुत बार एग्रीकल्चर की. So then it was always in mind from, let's say, when I grown up and जब चीजें समझ में आने लग गई थी. So from there, like I had also good ambitions about study and all. So I went to Triple IT Jabalpur. I did computer science engineering there. Then I went to Mumbai for a job for software engineer. I worked as a backend developer there in a company called AsanPay. At the same time, that was acquired. So I also saw how the companies got transitions, how startup got acquired. Post that, I joined a company and there I was first employee as a project manager technology. So they give me a task to develop some projects in for the some international market. And there he was like first investor of Oyo. So I also saw like how the investment happen and everything. So my vision was also that after college I will do at least 2 years I will spend in the corporate life. I get all the experience about technology, startups, investing and all. So when it's almost 2 years was about to finish, is for like initial thinking, let's do something in the agriculture. And like my family, they also grow onions, so they were selling onion. I saw price of the onion in Mumbai was for 20 rupees per kg, and in Rajasthan, in my field, it was 4 to 5 rupees per kg. So then I saw the problem is big. That's why I came back to Rajasthan. I visited around like 40, 50 villages, met many farmers, collected other problems also. So come up with the idea, building a supply chain company first, buying directly from farmers, supplying to B2B customers. And there was like so after that, yeah, so that will come in the challenge part. So then started the Fresho Card in December 2016 with a motive to provide supply chain solutions to farmers. And later we have built other services above that. So today we are a 360-degree solution provider to farmers.
All right. So we see that the journey of an entrepreneur is always the difficult one. It is never easy. So what kind of challenges have you faced in this entire journey of starting Fresho Cart and where it is today?
Yes. Yes. So about challenges, like every day is a challenge, you can say. From the starting, when you don't know like how everything works. Like you don't know how to decide the margin. You don't know like even the first day that you want to go to some customers, so you also require a visiting card. So from that small challenge to managing the cash flow, because you don't have experience of managing a cash flow. So luckily we were doing around 20 lakh rupees per month business of after 4 months of starting. We were having all the big hotels as a customers in the 4 months. So the challenge came like we were doing more than the expectations. So our cash flow was not going properly. Even the problem was that time we was facing that customers are not paying on time. So that was again a challenge. So how to manage the cash flow then? Then we went to the banks and then got the money. Then we don't know proper advice. Let's say we wanted to go to the investor, but we don't know like how to go to the investors. What we tell them. Do we require any presentation? Because literally these things happen in the first time when you don't know how to go to the investor. You only see the news in the like articles that the company has raised funds and all, but you don't know a story behind it. So then you have to get coaching from somewhere. You have to meet people, how to do that. You also have to hire advisors. So that's a separate challenge. Again, there are many challenges. The main challenges which I believe like team is your biggest challenge. Then funds is the second part. Others like your business model, like how much work you do on your business model. Do you understand your business model or not? So these three are the I define as the main challenges. If you have a right team at right place and they are like with you all the time, then you have to solve the biggest challenge. And that challenge is I faced, like we started 3 people, then one left, then another left, then I was alone who was doing. So that's the biggest challenge. If anyone can able to manage and build a great team, so the chance of success will be higher, very high. Other than managing cash flow is very important part. You need to have a experience. You need to have at least a financial advisor who manage, who tell you like where you need to spend your money in the next 6 to 12 months. That's also very important part. Other than that, like technology is also a part. So you need to become all rounder, or else you have 4 5 member in the your core team who do everything. But luckily, like there were many challenges, ups and downs. Sometimes there was no money, then we got the money the next day. And so one time, like we were about to sell the company, but luckily one investor we were talking, he committed some money that I will give you some money that you can also run it. So that time it was a decision कि बेचना है या चलाना है. So हमने सोचा कि let's run it. So from that decision, after the 6 months, we raised around 1 crore. Then now we are in a advanced stage of raising around $1.5 million. So things go this way. There are many challenges, and then also you get some good news comes and you keep running.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So one of the challenges you mentioned is the business model, and we have seen you from where you started. You have pivoted your business model, and you're taking into consideration a lot of other things as well. So would you like to talk about how did you start your business model, and when did you identify, and what did you identify that these things are not working, and then how did you change your business model, and where are we running currently?
So we started as a B2B model, supplying, buying fresh fruit and vegetable directly from farmers, supplying to B2B customers. Our target was always a hotel Horeca section in back December 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That time there were very few companies who were doing Horeca in India. So we thought we are unique. We are targeting a very big market, and we will crack it before anyone else come in this market. But thing was that with this market there was cash flow issue. All the customers were paying in around 60 days, and it was also getting delayed by 90 days. And then we get to realize कि why people are not touching this like field. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये opportunity लोगों को देखी नहीं, but problem ये है कि cash flow issue with this segment of customers. So that's why we started running. Then we added more retailers in the market जहाँ हमारा cash flow तो manage हुआ. लेकिन Horeca section was around 80% of our business. So उसकी वजह से cash flow still we were unable to manage properly because money was not coming from the market, and farmers we had to pay upfront. So then we decided we can't build only output model. Or just farmer से भी you go to procure, there are very few number of transactions. Farmer need other services also. So we realized that so it was always a vision to build other services also. But in around like October around 19, we have decided we have to build more services for farmers, because that's when we will be doing something innovative. Then we will be really adding some values to the model, to the farmers, because there we find no one is adding value to farmers' life. Only buying from farmers don't add much value. So this is how we have that time decided, let's build other models above output. So today we are providing seed, pesticide and fertilizer to farmers, doing home delivery to them. We are buying from farmers, selling to B2B customers, not Horeca, but retailers and like modern retail, even big traders. We have a call center and feet on the street team which provide agronomy advisory to farmers, and we have a tie-up with companies who provide credit to farmers. So these are the 4 services we are building today. We have 30 physical centers in 7 districts in Rajasthan, and network of around 30,000 farmers, doing revenues like more than 1 crore per month.
That's amazing. So the amount of impact you have created is tremendous, and really appreciate that kind of work you have been doing. So one of the other challenges you talked about was the funding part. So what have been your learnings and experiences in terms of starting afresh, not really aware of how do you raise funds, where do you go to, and raising such a huge amount of rounds. So what are your learnings, and what would be your advice to upcoming entrepreneurs in any of the sectors?
Yeah, so I believe first you need to fix your things, and then you need to go for the funding. You should have a very great team in place which can work with you in all the ups and downs. Other than and confidence in this model, because it don't, because mainly क्या होता है, लोग देखते हैं कि market में ये चल रहा है, we can start this and then we can go for the funding. But correct, you need to build something where you have expertise. ऐसा नहीं है कि you are coming from finance background and then you are building a software company. So ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. You should have experience about this field at least, or one of your team member, core team members should know the field, because otherwise क्या होता है कि field expertise is must for any, like today we are building agri tech, so I like know agri and technology for. I have team members who mostly come from the agriculture background. So I believe the team in place, you having the expertise about your field, and also like you should have a plan for at least next 3 years in place. Like first year का क्या plan है, how much revenue you'll be doing, how the funds will be coming. Without plan, you should, let's say you have 50,000 rupees with you and you started working on some model and you want to do business. That's not possible, because on the first day, no one is going to trust you on your model that you want to do something. You need to also make in place that for next 1 year, how much business you are going to do, how much money that requires, how the money will be coming, and then you can plan for the next year and other. So you should have all the plans ready for at least 3 years. Other than that, you need to work with the market. You need to hire good advisors, you need good mentors to do the business, because these days all kind of people require. Otherwise, what you will get experience by doing things yourself. Instead of that, you can work with the good mentors who can also provide you good suggestions. They should be from your same industry. They could be from finance background, from technology background. So you should have those people also in place, and then you and always run a pilot project for your model. It's not necessary that ye chalega and directly you are going to the customer. First, run a pilot for a small set of customers and prove that is it feasible or not. Because there are many models which you also don't test, even your early investor don't test, and then it fail at a bigger level. So going to become fail at big level, you need to test everything and then you build that. So I try this every time whenever we build new services. First I run a pilot and then we go for the live.
Great. So
these are suggestions I.
So that's a really good tip for aspiring entrepreneurs. So run a pilot, validate your model, and then go ahead. Great. So we also see that because you are doing so many things, you have also partnered with a lot of people, and that is creating a whole business model for you and a whole offering for your customers. So what are your opinions and what are your learnings and lessons for entrepreneurs in terms of when they have to look at other partners to take them on board, and how to crack that deal to get them on board?
Yeah, so if you are clear about your business model, what picture you are showing to your partner, you should have big vision only, because everyone focus on big vision. No one focus I want to work with 10 people, 100 customers. So you should have a big vision. You should show them a picture of next 4 to 5 years, not about 6 months I will be down the line. So this always help in cracking any partnership. So how I do that, because I always work on, as I told you, I always make it not bigger, but at least next 1 year plan where we are going and how we can also take you with us. Mm-hmm. Always value proposition for that. And for partner also, you need to show what advantage is due for you, because many times what we do that we only tell about us that we are doing this and we can do this and it will be helpful for us. But if you are going for any partnership, so you should tell how we both can do, how we both can crack that, how it will be helpful for you, how it will be helpful for us. For every kind of meeting, every kind of deal, first you need to do your background research, that what you are going to offer. Because बहुत बार क्या होता है कि you just go for the meeting and you don't know what you can offer to them. Is it really relevant? Is it the right time for the partnership? Because you can only meet good partners once, and that time you need to decide you are going for the deal or not. So that time it's always that you focus on a vision and win-win for both the companies post the partnership.
All right, great. So Rajendra, we see that you are in a domain where impact is everything. So impact at the point of grassroots level, where you're impacting the lives of farmers. Impact in terms of how things are changing in that sector. We also see that your wife is working very, very closely with you. And we also see that women entrepreneurship is also one part, and women impact in the lives of women is also one of the major things you're looking at. So what are your views on that?
Yeah, so overall we believe we are creating many aspects of the impact. First is we are helping farmers farm gate only. Mm-hmm. Farmer don't have to go anywhere. We are just helping them there. and we are like helping. If farmer work for us, work with Presto Card for a whole year, they can earn at least 20 to 40% extra by working only with Presto Card. So how they can earn, like we save them more on the fertilizer usage. We provide soil database, crop and fertilizer recommendations where they can save in their pesticide and fertilizer usage. The yield can also be increased for the proper dosage of pesticide and fertilizer. So that's helping farmers by that they can earn more. Other than that, we are providing jobs to micro entrepreneurs at rural level. All our centers are managed by someone from nearby village. Because क्या होता है गांव में there is no jobs in the villages.
Correct.
We are providing jobs in the village level because many of these farmers and do agriculture, BSc agriculture, and they don't have job options. So Presto Card is providing job at the rural level. Other than that, there are also indirect jobs created because of like logistic companies, logistic people, labor, because of the Presto Card. We have around like, so my wife joined Chandrakanta, she joined me in this journey after like few time of starting. So she take care of like women farmers. She also take care of like operations part. So mainly how we do it that we have around 7% women farmers in our network. Around you can say right now 2,100 women farmers. They are also marginal. So these are the farmers where their husband go out for earning and all. So our focus is also that we consider marginal and like marginal women farmers and also create impact in their life. So mostly all the women home delivery of agri input. Before us, they used to go to the shops and they need to buy. Even women farmers don't know like how to use this fertilizer. Anyway, they used to that, so they know little bit about that. So women they don't know anything. So we especially send our advisors to focus on these women farmers. So this is how we are helping them.
All right, great. So, the most obvious and the most biggest question you would have been anticipating is how COVID has impacted the operations, even though your business falls in the essential category, but there are a lot of other things like the supply chain, logistics, everything, and how overall your business has been impacted because of COVID.
So like our model is little bit unique that we have physical presence at a village level, and post lockdown after 5 days, government announced that the seed, pesticide, and fertilizer it will be also coming in the essential part. But still, there were some issues in some part. The COVID cases were like increasing, and because of that, some of the logistic. So it was for few days. So I can say in the brief that only around 10% of our business has been affected, but our revenue got doubled in last like 2-3 months. So you can say not much effect for us. Even it was helpful for farmers that farmers were getting home delivery in the time of COVID, where they were most afraid that they were unable to go out. So that time we were helping them providing home delivery.
Absolutely. So that is a very, very good news for Presto Card and for all of us. Rajendra, what are the future plans of how are you planning to pull it off and grow it at a larger pace?
Yeah, so we are doing good in numbers, like in revenue, we have good number of farmers. So now we are, as I told, like in advanced state of raising next round of funding. So soon we can close it. So post that we will be expanding operations in area B, some part of MP, and adding at least like 2 million farmers in next 4 to 5 years, and working with like 2 million farmers with doing revenue of more than 500 crores. So these are our plans, adding more services like doing cattle feed, providing crop insurance to farmers, even helping buying like hardware items for the farmers, providing a credit on those parts. So there are many plans for the future.
Absolutely. So Rajendra, it has been a pleasure talking to you and understanding of what you are doing and how you've created such a huge impact in so many lives. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you, Tushar. It was great talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.